Okay, we're back at our 66 Cub, and things are coming along. It's been probably about 2 weeks since my last video due to unforeseen sickness. I like to call it Captain Trips. It's where you cough and cough and cough until you feel like you've, let me think here, had a stroke and you're all dizzy. Yeah, and it's a mind bender. It's really nice. Well, I've been taking all kinds of meds and went to the doctor for it, and it's been a 2 week affair. I got a neat thing that works really well for you if you haven't tried this. You take one of these bottle brushes like this and you run it down your throat up and down like that until you get all that green glue off your throat, and then you'll stop coughing. Really, I don't wish this on anyone. It was awful. I'm just coming out of it. The wife has it now. So it's like I've lost 2 weeks of my life. In the past 2 weeks, the boys from Thailand have come through famously. We have a new brake lever, and we have some nice grips. You could have got them any color you wanted. I think gray was really nice. I got a new speedo cable, a new brake cable, and a new throttle cable. All came as a set. It was relatively inexpensive. A new set of, and they even got Honda marks on them, foot pegs. Then I've got one of these Shingwei mixers. Supposed to duplicate the Keenan that was in it originally, or whatever. Hopefully the passages are drilled in it, and this isn't a desk ornament like the other one I had for the Honda 50 that I had bought for my daughter. She had a Honda 50, and I bought a new carburetor for it, and it didn't have any, or was it the 90? I think it was a Trail 90. Didn't have any orifices drilled in it, any of the passages. It was just a block, and I have it sitting on my desk as a ornament, paper holder. I got some filters also as well. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to run this 3/16 gas line, and I'm going to run 2 filters. The filters seem to have a 1/4 of an inch. They need to be turned down just a tick, and I'll probably put some spot ties on them. I think that's what I did to the other ones. Make sure your direction's the correct way. You have arrows on that. Looks like the original sprocket was on this. Probably is the original sprocket. It's very worn, and I would think it's the original sprocket because one of these bolts holding the case cover on, I had a devil of a time getting out, and it had never been out before, I know. So more than likely it had never been changed, I'm thinking. And I see this is threaded as well. I believe I have a flywheel puller for this from when the daughter had the Z50, and I think I'm going to take this off and make sure my keyway isn't bent, and I'll be able to have a better look at those points inside there. They even gave me some stickers. Hey, what do you know? So I'm going to kind of degrease this a little bit, probably pull this off, have a look at those points, and set them. And while the engine's out, I think since I have the O-rings, new O-rings for the valves, I'm going to set those. Those get set cold. In cold, I mean cold. Don't run your engine for a minute and then set them, because your your valves will be warm, and in that little stretch could be the difference between, you know, 1,000ths or, you know, having 2,000ths or 1,000ths clearance, but you want to set them cold. You always set your valves cold. You can rotate this around where it's got a mark on here somewhere. It's the T is going to be top dead center, and it's going to align with something. It's where the piston's going to be at the top, and the valves will be loose. You'll feel them. Let's see what else here. Got me a new battery charger also. I tried charging the battery up with a 6 amp charger, and it was boiling the battery, so I got a 1 amp 6 volt charger, which is smaller. So okay, well, we've got a little work to do. I'll try to make another video of me having things apart and stuff, and doing a little bit of actual work on the bike. But a lot of this is tedious, cleaning and stuff like that, and it's not very fun. Anyways, lovely day out today. It was pretty nice anyways, till the clouds came in, and then we have a little rain coming. It's been in the 70s, and probably not any more than 30s at night. And then I still have plants on the porch actually, and I haven't brought them in, and that's pretty odd for November, almost December, and not having a freeze yet. So okay, well, next look at this, we'll have some handlebars on it, and possibly the engine underneath it, and the gas tank on it. So the gas tank's going to have to fit on the top of this, and the bolts go through it, but both gas lines go down in it, so you're not going to be able to get, you're going to have to fish the filters, or fish the gas lines, fix up the gas lines, and then fish the filters up through it, attach them, and then drop it down. So you have 2 lines coming out of there. I figure that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, coming along.